Now, next tonight, a spring COVID booster campaign is underway, initially targeting the most vulnerable. 9,000 residents living in 413 residential homes across Hampshire and the Isle of Wight will be eligible for the booster. More than 42,000 doses of the COVID vaccine have been delivered to nursing and care homes in the area since the start of the pandemic. Our health correspondent Alistair Fee reports now from New Milton.
So we're doing your COVID booster vaccine again today, OK?
Another rise in infections, matched by yet another booster campaign, starting with the most vulnerable. Eva is 85, she's never had COVID and wants to keep it that way.
If you get it, you know, you've got a good protection, that you're well protected against anything that crops up again. And you do feel a lot better for it.
The number of people with COVID infections in the community has been on the rise in recent weeks, and we've seen a small increase in hospital admissions. That could indicate that immunity is falling, making this rollout as important as ever.
We've had a number of outbreaks in the last 2 or 3 weeks, so we are seeing quite high numbers of people testing positive. Fortunately, there's been very few who have had serious illness with it, which has been good. But we are seeing a number of cases over the last few weeks, so cases anecdotally do seem to be increasing, unfortunately.
Engleburn Care Home in New Milton is among more than 400 homes across Hampshire and the Isle of Wight being visited by these teams.
Why do you feel it's important to keep getting those jabs?
I think to protect yourself and to other people, so you don't pass it on to other people.
For those eligible, invitations to have a booster comes around 6 months after the last dose, but an evergreen offer is still on the table.
For those people that have never had a vaccine, there's still an offer, isn't there?
Absolutely, and we really do actively encourage people to come forward, get their vaccine, especially if they're travelling, they're around. It protects them, it protects their families, and that offer will remain in place till the 30th of June.
People over 75 and anyone aged 5 and over and vulnerable will be able to book their appointment from Wednesday. Alistair Fee, BBC South Today.
Well, our reporter David Allard joins me in the studio. So, David, just tell us a little more who else can get this booster and, I suppose, crucially, when?
Well, as Alistair said at the end of his piece, everyone who's aged 75 or older and anyone who's 5 or over with a weakened immune system is eligible. That's 5 million people in all. And these are the important dates. From this Wednesday, the 5th of April, anyone eligible will be contacted via the NHS app, via text message or by letter inviting them to make an appointment. Those at highest risk will be called in first. Alternatively, if you're in one of those groups, you can go online to book an appointment at nhs.uk. Again, that is from this Wednesday. Appointments will be available from the week beginning Monday the 17th of April, that's 2 weeks from today, right up until Friday the 30th of June. If you're not yet 75 but will be before the end of June, you are still eligible. Now, the vaccine you get will be either Moderna, Pfizer or Sanofi. Now, they've been updated since the original vaccines, we're told, to give slightly higher levels of protection against the more recent strains of COVID. And one more thing, Nick, as to whether other age groups will be offered a booster, that's yet to be decided, but we hear potentially they could be offered it before the end of the year.
All right, David, many thanks for